Wittigali, explorer discusses shipwreck find in 2008. Sign up for now and never miss the top politics stories again. Subscribe. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these news. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any. Archaeology students would find themselves in dreamland if they found the ancient Chinese ghost fleet, sent out by the Yongle Emperor to create the earliest world map between 390 and 430 AD. The emperor, whose project has gone down in folklore through the centuries, ordered that the fleet had to sail to the ends of the earth to map the globe and spread Chinese civilization. The Chinese armada was so vast, National Geographic magazine described it as a massive shadow on the ocean that moved like a floating city that stretched across miles and miles of ocean. The man he tasked with the undertaking, Zheng He, wrote, "We have traveled more than around 3,000 miles, of immense water spaces and have witnessed in the ocean waves like mountains, while our sails, unfurled like clouds day and night, continued their course like a star, traversing those savage waves as if we were treading a city street." Historians and archaeologists alike tend to agree that the Chinese fleets made at least 7 voyages between 40 and 430, referred to as ghost fleets because so much about them remains mysterious. Legend has it that the ships were sent away and told never to return. On one trip back to China, Zheng He is said to have been told by the emperor, "You have everything you could. You have overseen everything yourself. You cannot blame me if you are missing some. Talk to your officers. Determine whether there is still something you need. Take the fleet. Go away. I don't care where you go. But, wherever you go, do not come back. Never come back. Do not let any of your officers or sailors. You have my best wishes. I never want to see you again. Be smart. Go." The traditional Chinese interpretation of the story adds that, around 1 year later, a tattered ship returned home and told the emperor that every vessel in the fleet had been lost and Zheng He himself had gone down with his ship off the coast of modern-day Sri Lanka. Then, after Mao Zedong's communist revolution in 949, interest in the ghost fleet was resurrected, as the Communist Party saw the propaganda potential in a story about Chinese vessels exploring and mapping the world, spreading wealth and knowledge. Until the 20th century, it was widely assumed that the fleet met its end in the Indian Ocean, true to the narrative that Zheng He's vessel had sunk off the Sri Lankan coast. But despite Beijing funding searches in these waters for decades, little has been found, meaning the fleet has effect. Some believed Zheng He may have had an almost complete map of the world during his last voyage, although this is disputed. In 200, a team of Chinese archaeologists searched the remains of a ship believed to have sunk off the Kenyan coast 600 years earlier. The shipwreck provided evidence of the first contact between China and East Africa. According to legend, some sailors survived the ship's sinking, swam to shore, and were allowed to stay after they killed a deadly snake. In 2005, as part of an event in the run-up to the 600th anniversary of Zheng He's first voyage, the Chinese paid a visit to Lamu to undertake DNA. A Swahili family was found to have had traces of Chinese